Alright, so in this video I'm going to talk about solving trigonometric equations. So I'm going to be solving for any x values on the interval from 0 to 2 pi that would make this equation true. Now, if I was on a calculator section, I do have the option of graphing this function and seeing where it's equal to 5 and finding the intersection with 5. I also could set this equal to 0 and graph the function and find the roots or the zeros. So those would be two calculator options. What I'm going to go ahead and show you is how I would do it algebraically by hand. So let's go ahead and combine like terms. If possible, if I just have one trig function especially, even if I have it two different places, I want to combine like terms and just try to isolate my trigonometric expression. So I'm going to subtract 3 to this side, and I have 2 sine x equals 2. And then I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. And so I have sine x would be equal to 1. So I'm thinking to myself, where on my interval from 0 to 2 pi am I going to get a sine value equal to 1? So if I think about my unit circle, my sine is going to be my y value, and if I picture my unit circle, I know up here I have the coordinates 0, 1, and so sine would be equal to 1 up at the top of my unit circle, which is an angle of pi over 2. And that's the only angle I can think of where that happens, and so that means there's only going to be one solution in this case for this equation. And when I graph that using either of those strategies I mentioned before, I should only see one solution. Now, other equations might have 2 or 3 or 4 or more solutions, and that might also depend on the interval that you're looking at. But this would be one example of a basic solving trigonometric equation problem.